If you were a stone, then I'd be the rain and turn you to sand as the time slips away. If you were a tree, then I'd be the earth, clutching your roots as you reach sky.
I'm going to start off by using a face primer, and I'm going to be mixing two together. They are my favorite from the drugstore. They are from the brand NYX. One is the Pore Filler and one is Angel Veil. And you can buy these at Target, Ulta, different places online. I think Walmart also sells NYX Cosmetics as well. I think they're about $11, $12 each, which sounds kind of pricey for the drugstore, but they are amazing. And just going to mix them on my fingers. I washed my hands before this, which is very important. And just going to place it all over my face, mainly the center of my face, and then I'll spread it out. So the foundation I'm going to be using today is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and it looks blurry on camera, but that's okay. I am in the shade 368C Golden Beige, which is described as a medium warm foundation color. And it says here, Goodbye Photo Flashback. Helps eliminate white particle reflection, tested under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models with and without flash. And it has shown effective through all of those. So this is vegan and cruelty free, 1 fluid ounce, which is standard for liquid foundations, and I got mine from Walmart for $4.86, which is completely unheard of. So I really wanted to use this foundation today because 1, it is drugstore, 2, it's extremely cheap, it's under $5, 3, it has a wide range of colors, except I wish there were more deep skin tones. I think there's only 2 or 3 that are actually deep, so hopefully they come out with more deep skin tones. And the last reason is because I think this is a dupe for my all-time favorite foundation ever, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. And in this one, I am shade 2W2 Rattan, which is a little light on me right now, but I'll make it work, and I make it twerk. Just kidding, I actually don't twerk. I'm actually a prude, but that's okay. What I'm supposed to be talking about is the foundation, and I really think that this Wet n Wild is a dupe for the Estee Lauder. They look similar. This pump is from MAC, so ignore that. The packaging looks really similar, being that you can see the color. It's glass. I think the top of this actually looks similar to this one, although I can't show you because I threw the top of my Estee Lauder one away. But the formula feels exactly the same. I say it's like a demi matte. It's full coverage. It's definitely buildables if you want like extra full coverage, but you could also shear it out by using a damp beauty blender. I don't want to shear it out, so I'm going to be using a brush. So I'm just going to shake this up. I usually roll it, shake it like that. And the weird thing about this, though, I do think it's good. It comes with a spatula and looks like this. So I'm just going to dab this on primarily the center of my face, but a few on the perimeter, and then I will be blending that out with a Morphe 439 brush, as always. The next thing I'm going to do is take my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles, something like that. I'm in the shade Light / Pale, and as you can see, I'm almost out, so I'm just going to twist this a few times and put this directly under my eyes as well as in the inner corner. And I am just using this to bring some highlight, non-shimmer highlight, to the areas of my face where the sun naturally hits. So I'm gonna look kind of crazy, I know that, and that's okay. Anytime that you use a beauty blender, make sure that you push it into your skin and do not swipe. Once that is all blended in, I'm going to still use my beauty blender, not wet it anymore, but leave it how it's kind of damp. And I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Whoa. And unfortunately this is not drugstore, but This is literally the only translucent powder that I have right now other than my RCMA. So just going to take that on my beauty blender and press it into all the areas that I had concealer. The next thing I'm going to do is take the other product I mentioned on Instagram with it, the other product, which is the Maybelline SuperStay Better Skin Powder, and it says skin transforming powder with I always pronounce this wrong, salicylic acid. And it says here, our first powder with salicylic acid that wears all day, improves skin's look, reduces the appearance of imperfections, pores, and unevenness. Dermatologist tested for safety. And I am in the shade 30, warm nude, which it's not going to focus, but this powder is freaking amazing. I saw this on Sam, her name is Samage on YouTube. I think I said that right, but she and I both wear the exact same foundation shade, so I always look at her videos to see what color she wears to make sure it'll match me, which like 99.9% of the time it does. And she used this and she said it is amazing, and it is. It is so good. I think at Walmart it is $8.94. So I don't know how to describe why I use this, but I'll try anyways. So I'm not using this for extra coverage because I don't really feel like it provides extra coverage, but I use this just to, I think, kind of make the color better, and also just to do to my skin exactly what this claims it does. Now that I made it, for the most part, one color, I'm going to bronze it up. This is also from the drugstore. It is the Physicians Formula. It is Bright Outside Butter Bronzer, and mine is in the shade Bronze. It's in the shade Bronzer, but I think on the box it said light slash medium, but I could be wrong. I'm using the e.l.f. small tapered brush, which I think is kind of a strange brush to use for bronzer. I'm sorry, there are hairs everywhere. I don't know where they are. It's kind of a weird brush to be using for bronzer, but I think it works really well. So I'm just going to swirl in here, and on camera this looks kind of golden, so it kind of looks like it wouldn't be a good bronzer, but trust me, it is. So I'm just going to work this into my forehead area. As you can already see, it is bronzing up, and it looks warmer on camera than it does in real life. And the camera makes this look crazy. I look orange. I don't know why, but I don't look like that in real life. Just going to get the cheekbones where I would normally contour, and then just going to drag that out down here, and then do the same thing on this side. The best thing about this bronzer is that it smells amazeballs. So that's that. On camera it kind of looks crazy. In real life it does not look that crazy. But what I'm going to do is go back in with this powder that I have and just kind of go over that bronzer. And I'm not doing that because it looks crazy on camera, but I'm doing that because I think it just helps make it look more natural. Next, I'm going to take another product from the drugstore, which is the Revolution The Matte Blush, and it is in the color Beloved. So this reminds me, similar to, Benefit Cosmetics Dandelion Blush, and I'm going to be using the Sigma F10. Yes, F10 powder blush brush, and I'm just going to dip in twice, get off any excess, and this blush is really pigmented, so I'm going to do a little pounce on each cheek and then blend that out. And then I'm most likely going to go back in with my face powder again, just because the powder is so sheer. Even though it does offer a little bit of color, it's so sheer that I can use it to try and make it look more natural. Next, I'm going to take a finishing spray. It's called a facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rosewater. It is for all skin types, and it is by the brand Badescu, which you can get from Ulta. And this is the 4 fluid ounce size, and I believe that this is $7. I wouldn't say it is a complete dupe for the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, which is my absolute favorite. but it's pretty damn close. This one is 3.4 US fluid ounces, so you get more with the Mario Badescu, and I think the MAC one it's at least $20, so obviously a much better deal. But what I'm going to do is just spray this all over my face. Ooh, quite a few sprays. And what this is going to help do is finish the face. So all the powders I put on my face, the translucent powder, bronzer, blush, skin powder, foundation powder, that is going to help it kind of melt into my skin instead of just sitting on top of it. And what it's also going to do is help the highlight pop more. So the highlight I'm going to be using is by Essence, and it is the Pure Nude Highlighter. It looks kind of golden. Actually looks like it's my skin tone. It is in the shade 10 or 10, Be My Highlight. I'm going to be taking the Morphe Y14 brush. This is part of the Gilded Gold collection. And I'm going to just highlight the high points of my cheeks as well as around my forehead and my chin. And the reason why I'm going to be highlighting pretty much my entire face with this highlighter is because this is not a highlighter that I would talk about most of the time or other people would. It's not going to be the Instagram highlighter where it's going to be like blinding people in the face and things like that. It's going to be more of a natural highlighter where you're glowing from within, and it just looks really subtle but still extremely beautiful. And if I didn't already mention, I bought mine at Target and it was $4.49, and I think it's $3.99 at Ulta, but it's always sold out. So Target is a good place that you can get it because it's almost always in stock. So I'm just going to get the highlighter and do a few swirls, get off any excess so it doesn't look crazy. And then I'm just going to, oh, still a little wet right there. Just going to highlight on those parts. So I'm just going to tap first, and then I'm going to swirl. And the good thing about this highlighter is that it's definitely buildable, so it's not like you put it once and you're like, oh my god, my face looks like a grease ball. Even though my boyfriend would still say my face looks greasy because he thinks that's what highlighter is. Going to just put some on my chin, and again this is just to make like a glow for the face. So just going to put some on my forehead, and it's really hard to show up on camera, which I think is actually better because it doesn't really show up that well on camera, but in real life it just kind of looks like you can kind of see it like a luminous glow. Doesn't look greasy, just looks really what I like to call like a healthy glow. So now that my whole face is done as far as like the foundation, powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, all of that, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face off camera, and then I will be right back. So this is the end result of my mostly drugstore foundation routine. I just filled in my brows, put on some lashes, mascara, and lipstick. So the liquid lipstick I used today is from the MAC Kabuki Magic collection. It is in the shade Sweet Thing. I think so, yeah. And this is probably my all-time favorite lip color. It is so beautiful. It's the perfect nude. I love it. And I just topped it with the Sephora brand, what is this? Colorful Gloss Balm in 01 Earth Angel. This is a dupe for the NARS lip gloss in Chelsea or Chelsea Girl, something like that. And then for lip liner I use NYX Cosmetics, which is Drugstore, and it is in the lip liner in the shade, no wonder, oh my god, this is in the shade Mauve. I thought I was using Peekaboo Neutral, I think it's called, which is like more pink, and this was more mauve, and I was wondering, I feel so stupid, but that's the lip pencil I used. My lashes are new, I think. Well, they're new to me, obviously, but I think they're also new to the drugstore. They are the Ardell Faux Mink lashes in 811. I just bought them today. I don't know if they were $6.49 or $6.99, but as you can see, they are super wispy, fluttery, fluffy. I don't know. Whoa. I don't know if you could tell, but they are, like I said, really fluffy, really pretty, thin, invisible band line, and I probably should have trimmed them just a little bit on the outer edges, but they're already glued on now and I have to go. So that's all I did. My brows, as always, are Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Brow Powder Duo in Granite, and I'm going to list everything down below like I said I would. But thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below, again, like I've already said, of things that you want to see or anything that you liked, or if you have any questions. And that is about it. I don't know what else to say, so thank you. Bye.